Morning, Calm. Great to be joining you live today, which is fun and enjoyable. And today, what we're going to be talking about is a battle of imaginations. And I think so much of life, right? We can understand this battle of imagination, and we don't always need to see it as a binary. I mean, sometimes it can be clearly a good imagination, clearly a bad imagination. Most of the time, though, for most of us, I wouldn't be that stark. I would just say, hey, we have a battle of imaginations. We have this one imagination that tends to go towards these really positive ways of, yeah, how could the world be? How can we make it a better world? What's the horizons that God is putting before me and asking me to move towards? It's one kind of imagination. And the other one can be just kind of like our own cupidities, to use that word. It may be fantasizing about something crazy. It might be just an imagination about, like, oh, I can't wait for a great lunch buffet, whatever it might be. And the thing is to know, like, these are both just part of the human experience. It's not that we're ever going to have purely one, and hopefully never. Hopefully there'll always be intention in this life, but that tension's really healthy. And clearly we want to steer more towards a spiritual form of imagination, and that because that idea is critically important. So what I want to do is I want to read to you a passage here from the book Secrets of Heaven and talk a bit about these two imaginations. And the first one it talks about is kind of a bad imagination here. And this is when we're just all into just the knowledge, and it's this knowledge, and we're just trying to gain knowledge out of a sense of conceit. It's just we're trying to know so we can be, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, obviously, just so we can be smarty pants. So it's just knowledge for the sake of knowledge, because we want to use it kind of in a game of one-upmanship. So this is what it says. Secular and religious knowledge by itself, without a life of service, that's key there, folks, without a life of service, creates a certain kind of rationality, quick to criticize and belligerent. And there you can see where imagination gets skewed, because imagination just becomes like all the imagined wrongs. I can't believe they said that. I can't believe they didn't say hi to me. Like, where our imagination gets totally warped and wrapped around these really negative things. And and we can create a world out of that. I mean, how crazy is that? What life is, it possesses, is parched and arid and imparted by a dubious pleasure in truth tainted with conceit. And that idea of truth tainted with conceit, it's all tainted with our own view of the world, and why aren't people serving me, and why isn't everybody being nice to me, and why isn't everybody realizing I'm blah 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 blah. No good to go there. When knowledge seeks to be useful, here's the flip of it, a better imagination. On the other hand, it receives life from the services it performs. The more useful the service, the more knowledge, the more life the knowledge has. That's just brilliant. And then it says, we come into an ability to perceive everything of the Lord's kingdom. So there's this imagination that's much more healthy. And this imagination is looking towards service. It's imagining, what could I do here? How can I serve here? How can I step up here? That imagination, oh my goodness, is that a powerful place to be? And here's the promise that God makes. As we lean into that, what will start to happen, like, imagination always has to attach to reality, right? And as we start to lean into that, what it starts is, it starts this righteous circle coming right back. And in this righteous circle that comes right back, we're able to have an experience that starts to teach us. And that's really critical. The experience begins to teach. The experience begins to teach. So you have revelation and experience. What's revelatory, what's of God, ideas like we're reading here today. And then we have life experience. And imagination really gets humming. The flywheel really gets moving when we imagine a world, we go out there, we serve, and then we learn how to serve better. We come more and more into it as it loops right back around for us. And boy, is that just a great place to be. So friends, like, try to just, at least today, again, I'm going to try to imagine what I'm having for dinner. That's not a bad thing, but also take the time, and I'm certainly going to try to take the time to imagine what service looks like here, wherever that here is for you. And it may be something very immediate, maybe something you're experiencing in the next half hour, or in the next day, or in the next week. What does imagination look like here? And have a question mark at the end, and think about how you can serve into that moment. And then as you do, notice how imagination, the beautiful feedback loop that happens, where imagination then sort of feeds a loop back on itself, and then this beautiful looping back on itself, we see just an incredible amount of knowledge just exploding, which is where we want to be. We want to be in that beautiful place. So that is my thought for the day, dear friends. I hope that makes a lot of sense to you. And and I'm just wishing you all a great and wonderful day. So with that, we're going to shift gears here. And the way we shift gears is we move from learning to simply settling, letting the knowledge settle into our hearts. So what we're going to do is a little meditation. It's a meditation off of a line from the Old Testament. And then we do a little prayer, and then we do a little blessing, and then we say hi to folks live on social media. So if you post on either my Facebook page or New Church Live's Facebook page live, we're going to comment again. I know most people watch archived. You're welcome to comment archived as well. So with that, dear friends, let's listen to our prayer bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's do a little cheery hello to folks. And again, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and that this summer heat wave is not taking too much out of you. There we go. All right, Linda, good morning to you. And Marcus, good morning to you as well, buddy. Great to see you joining us there, my friend. Let's hop on to, if I can do it here. All right. Does he be cooperating? All right, there we go. Now it's cooperating. Sorry, these things do not always go as smoothly or as quickly as we might hope. All right. All right. Sherry from Tennessee writes, good morning, stay cool. And yes, that is a great line to end on. May you have a very cool day. And just so appreciate you being part of our New Church Live family. Take care and have a good day, friends. Like our content? It's funded by viewers like you. Please consider becoming a sustaining supporter of New Church Live today. Take care and God bless.